Yeah, that was a ladder. That was a ladder on the back of a scooter. And that's something that is very common here in Bali. You'll never know what you see on the back of scooters. But this is episode, I believe this is episode 44. And what I want to kind of do right now is certain days, I want to just take like a few minutes each day and bring you along on the journey. So right now we're actually at a spa. We're actually getting a foot massage, and we have like 20 minutes to wait. And I was like, let's bring you in for this moment and kind of walk you through Bali. And I want to tell you guys about a big mistake that I made that I hope by me telling you this, it'll save you guys some time. And by the way, when they talk about the trash in Bali, this is what I meant from that video. You see this kind of a lot of places. And honestly, I think the most dangerous thing in Bali is walking, to be honest with you. But today I wanted to share something with you guys. And you know, I made a pretty big mistake, probably about 4 years ago. And I hope that you don't make this mistake. And if you have, it's okay. Just realize that you've made it and don't do it anymore. But before we get started, I'm gonna walk you down this street and show you just a little bit of the streets of Bali. So all you guys asking, when you come to Bali, nasi goreng, mie goreng, those are the two must tries when you guys are here. And you can see how dangerous it is walking on the streets here. But I'm gonna try to go to a quiet place to talk to you. And actually gonna try to cross the street because I believe this way over here will be a little bit more quiet and I can explain to you about this mistake. And this is my favorite coconut place right here. So as I told you guys, I made a $1,200 mistake, and it could be more money for some of you guys. If you think about the entire thing, it's been a lot of money that me and you and so many other people have made this kind of mistake around. And basically, you guys know, many of you guys have come here from other videos. You didn't come here because you found me in Bali. Well, maybe some of you did, but a lot of you came from Poland vlogs or traveling around France, Germany, so many other places where I've been, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Latvia, Riga. So many people are here for that. And what happened is I was playing in my season for 9 months, and then every summer I would leave to travel. So as I started to do that during the year, of course I had money on the side for traveling, but all the time I had my travel bag packed and I always would put cash in there. So one day I come home, I have extra money in my pocket, I'd put a 20 in there, or 10, or 50, put this kind of money in there. And at the end, after about 9 months, I have a huge chunk of change, and that would be the first amount of money that I would spend when I was traveling. I didn't use any of the money that I really saved for traveling. I always went through my cash first. And this was, I'm just showing you the little back streets of Bali. Actually, we're gonna go on a walk back here, see what's up. And I must say, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching yesterday's video. It was the first time I've ever filmed something like this. Whoa. Literally filmed the entire video kind of on my phone just like this, and then uploaded it straight yesterday. So I appreciate you guys support and just enjoying the video. Really means a lot to me. And wow, the back streets of Bali. Oh gosh. Okay, so basically when I went to travel, guys, I took out the cash, and I laid it all on the bed the night before I traveled. And I want to say it equaled up to be about $1,100. And then I had some money in my wallet that I just kind of threw in the pile. So I had about $1,200 to start my travels out. So many of you guys asked how much I traveled. That could last me a month if I was staying the way I was staying in hostels and everything. It was a nice chunk of change for just backpacking. And what I realized when I laid that $1,200 out, because it wasn't all 50s, it wasn't taken out of the bank. This was $1,200 in 20s and 10s and 50s. I don't even think I had a $100 bill there, or a €100 note. And when I laid out all that money and I looked at it, I looked at this $1,200, I was just like, this is what it's for. Like, I looked at all the money, laid it on the bed, I'm like, this is what it's for? This is what we fight. This is what we give up our happiness. This is what we let determine what we do in life, is for this. I remember looking at the money, having it laid out, and there's one thing I tell people now to do. Just take out a nice chunk of change, whatever that looks like for you. If that's $300 laying it out in $10 bills, or if it's $10,000 laid out on your bed, and just look at it. And you're like, I'm letting this determine everything. I'm letting this determine how I feel. I'm letting this determine what I'm gonna do. I'm letting this determine who I'm gonna hang around, where I'm gonna live for this. You know, and if it's one thing that I've learned from Bali, there's not that mentality here. There's not this hoard, take all this. And, you know, it's been made it even more clear for me where I'm just like, that's what this is for. And I had a really huge wake-up call where I was like, I need to do what really makes me happy and not letting this money that I have on the bed dictate exactly what I'm doing and tell me when I can go, where I'm gonna live. And take my, as I tell people, I tell my clients and I tell people I see all the time, it's like taking your power back. It's about taking your power back and not letting external things dictate how you feel. You know, the one thing that 2020 has definitely done is it's taken away all of our excuses. It's taken away all of our distractions. So if you're dealing with something, I saw someone in the comments, I don't know who you were in the comments. Hello. I don't know who you were in the comments, but someone left in the comments and like, I haven't been able to travel in 2020, so I've just had to travel within. And I love that quote because that's exactly what 2020 has forced us to do, to travel inward. And it's a scary journey. You don't have those distractions. Well, a lot of places, no. You can't. You got to be inside. So you're forced to go and travel inside and deal with all the things that we didn't want to deal with. And when we go through this, anytime how we feel, the rules that we have to feel a certain way, like I feel happy when anytime you make it have to rely on someone else, this is when there's a problem. This is when you're giving your power to someone else. It's like saying, I'm only going to be happy when the sun is out. As you guys know early in the vlog, that's how I was. When it was raining, I was not happy. I was still happy, but not as happy as I could be. But thanks to my summer in Poland, I got used to the rain. And, you know, I really say this because on a really serious note, when I laid that money out, I was like, this is what it's for. And I was like, what if I take my power back and I do what I want because it makes me happy? Now I understand you need to have money. I totally understand. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is to be careful if we let this dictate how you're going to be and who you're going to be. Because I don't have as much money as I wanted to right now. I'm going to be a horrible person. Because money amplifies who you are. You know, I can say from experience, when I have great months and I have really great time and I make money, it's like I don't just get this evil look that I thought everyone would have who has money. I become more happy and more giving and more just everything. Everything gets amplified by that. But when you let it determine, you let any kind of exterior circumstance determine how you're going to feel inside, it's a roadmap to losing control of your life. And this is just from my personal experience. It's my hallucination. Maybe it's a little different for you guys, but I do remember this. And as I said, here in Bali, it's the one place that has shown me so much. You know, the people here in Bali, there's people here who make $300 a month. There's some people who only make $600 a month. There's people who make even less than that. And it's fascinating to me because in Western society, we're taught so much about its things and everything. And you need to have the house and the car. And I mean, I haven't driven a car in almost a year. And the people are so happy when they don't have as much physical things that you think that you need to be happy. And they'd be willing to give it all to you in a heartbeat. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've been walking around and the Balinese have offered me to come into their home and, hey, come on, we want to share this with you, or giving me stuff. And it's just like, wow. It's like they don't let that determine how they're going to feel, how they're going to act. Oh my gosh, these Bali dogs. Or determine how they're going to feel. And this is something that is really important to realize. Gosh, these dogs. Not determine how they're gonna feel. And if I could say something, and I call it my $1,200 mistake, was because for so long I thought, once I have this X amount of dollars or this X amount of thing, that I'm gonna start traveling, or then I'm gonna start doing this. And the one thing I've learned from Date with Destiny and Tony Robbins and what he's always talking about is a lot of times when many of you guys want to travel and do all this stuff, and I know you're like, I need the resources. Like you say, I need money to travel, because money is a resource. And it's never that we don't have the resources. It's that we lack the resourcefulness. Oh, and I have this rock, because when the dogs come around, you kind of just toss the rock like this, and they kind of just go away. Not throw it at them, but just they get scared. And it's just about resourcefulness. You know, some of you guys want to come to Bali, or you want to travel somewhere, you're like, I don't know, I don't have the money to do that. Like, what if you just reached out to 50 people who are living there already, offering your skills or your services for free or in exchange. What can you do? What kind of value can you bring? And it's all about this. But when you focus on just what you don't have, it's a completely different life, as I said yesterday, in focusing on what you do have. And that was a $1,200 mistake that I made. Ever since I saw that, I never looked at things the same again, because I was like, I'm not gonna let how much of this I have control how much happiness I have. And that's just a little thought I wanted to share kind of on these back streets of Bali. And at the same time, I hope this video helped you out. I appreciate everyone who's watching these videos and leaving me comments. I can't express enough. I appreciate it so much. Reading you guys' comments every day, it keeps me so fueled and fired up. And you guys who contribute to my channel, thank you so much. It really goes a long way. That I don't know if I'd be where I was if it wasn't for you all who do contribute to my channel. So I just want to say a special thank you for that. And I'm back to the place because I think it's our time to get our foot massage. But I will say this, a quote for today. I'm gonna do the quote like this because I'm filming this and editing this straight from my phone. Bali. The quote for today, and I heard this quote when I was at a banquet in college. And it was from John Wooden, who passed away, the most winningest coach in college basketball. And he had a quote, and I love it. He said, I believe it was him. Don't quote me on this quote. It said, stay humble, don't grumble, and you won't stumble. Stay humble, don't grumble, and you won't stumble. And that's the little thought I'd like to leave with you guys. A quote straight from me. And on that note, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Any videos you guys want to see, leave me some suggestions in there so I can get some videos up and out. I'm feeling in a very creative mood lately, so leave them below in the comments. Reach out to me on Instagram, guys. Project Alpha is coming soon. It's talked about all on Instagram. Really something that I'm really excited, looking forward to doing. And on that note, I'll speak to you guys later. And everyone always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.